All right, friends. So this week we're going to work on frustration. So this book is about a kid named Zach, and about how he deals with some frustrations that he has during a really terrible day. And so his dad teaches him a couple of different techniques to let rid of that frustration. Zach lifted his kite and ran across the beach. He hoped this time the breeze would catch it, but like the other times he tried, the kite just fluttered and dived into the sand. Stupid kite, Zach said. Since that day began, it seemed like nothing was going his way, and now his kite wouldn't fly. Zach tried to relax, but it's hard to calm down when your breath is heavy and you feel like screaming. When are we going home? He asked his dad. What's the matter? Dad asked. You love the beach. Everything's going wrong today, Zach said, especially this dumb kite that doesn't even fly. Dad curled his toes into the soft sand. You sound pretty frustrated. So, can we go home or what? Zach asked. Well, your brothers and I are having a good time, Dad said. What if I showed you a way to help yourself feel better so you can enjoy yourself too? Then we can all stay. I can't enjoy myself. This is worse than the day I threw up at school. Let's give it a try, Dad said. There are 3 steps I follow that help me handle my frustration. The first step is to name it. He wrote that in the sand by a corner of the kite. Ha, Zach said. I already have a name for it. Stupid, stinking, idiotic, no fun kite. Zach's dad just gave him a funny look. All right, Zach said. What do you mean? Frustration is what we feel when things don't go the way we want them to. His dad said, it's important you talk about the thing that frustrates you. That's why you name it. You say in words what the problem is. Do you ever get frustrated? Zach asked. Oh, yeah. Remember last week when I had so much trouble fixing Alex's bike chain? You pinched your finger and you got grease on your shirt. You were pretty mad. Pretty frustrated, Dad said. So what made you frustrated? Zach thought, I guess I'm frustrated because I can't fly this kite. Okay, Dad said. Now the second step is to tame it. That means you chill your skill using your chill skills to help your mind and body relax. You can take deep breaths, count slowly to 10, or concentrate on a nice sound like ocean waves. Dad said, here's one way I really like. I squeeze my face and hands real tight for a few seconds and then let go. When you let that tension go, you get more relaxed than you were before. Let me show you. Zach wasn't in the mood to scrunch up his face and hands, but his dad taught him some other chill skills. The trick was to practice 1 or 2 that you like so that you remember them easily. So you can meditate, stretch, or picture something you love. Zach closed his eyes and listened to the waves crashing onto the beach. He breathed in slowly through his nose and out through his mouth. Then he did it again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. He felt his body loosening up. Good, Dad said. Now you're ready for the last step. Reframe it. Reframe it? Zach asked. It means you look at the problem in a new way. When the kite wouldn't fly, I bet you said lots of negative things in your head. I bet you'd been thinking crabby thoughts all day. Zach realized his dad was right. A voice in his head had been saying this was the worst day in the history of the world and other grumpy things. He thought about those grumpy thoughts again. His best friend Sonia chose to go to the theme park with another friend instead of coming to the beach with Zach. He dropped his toothbrush in the toilet, and he stepped on the edge of a litter box and spilled it all over the floor and his foot. See, your thoughts affect your feelings, Dad said. When you think things are bad, then you feel bad. Guess what can happen when you change or reframe those bad thoughts into good ones? What's the point? Zach said. Bad stuff still happened to me. If I had a magic wand, I'd make everything go the way I want. You can't change what happened to you, Dad said, but you can change what you think about what happened. For example, when Sonia said she couldn't come, you thought, nobody likes me. Instead, try thinking, Sonia is a good friend. I will see her soon. Zach thought about what his dad said, and he remembered that he and Sonia had a soccer game tomorrow, which was always fun. Surprisingly, he did feel a little bit better, so he thought about that voice in his head that said this was the worst day ever. He knew it wasn't really true, so he changed his thought. Zach said, this kite won't fly, but the beach is awesome. I love jumping in the waves. He looked out at the people splashing in the water. How do you feel? Dad asked. Pretty good, I guess.